show must begin. Okay, I'm being overly dramatic. Where's the lead? Oh, it went all the way down here. Oh. Alright, Maxis. Let's begin our trek back home. Although, you know what? This actually might be pretty accurate for the epic quest of heading back home. Although, you know what? Actually, the other direction probably works just the same, if I'm completely honest. Now that I think about it, this is the same landmass. Yeah. There is, of course, a point at which it's not gonna line up or anything. So, you have to be a little bit cautious of that. But otherwise, ooh. But otherwise, I should be okay just traveling along in this general direction because this is about the way that I went. Just, you know, avoiding all the hilly terrain. Yeah, speaking of, here's the ocean. Yeah. I'm gonna have to lead my horse through this. I have the feeling that this won't actually be an easier trek because there are so many trees. So many trees on the water's edge over here. Oh god. And then there's a mountain that's on the level of impassable. Oh, this is gonna be lovely, isn't it? Alrighty. Home stretch.
With the bitter soul of blood, I was in, but I won out. My mother's love is choking me. I'm sick of words that hang above my head. What about the kid? It's time the kid got free. Be a part of the love club. Everything will glow for you. Go get punched for the
Oh boy.
love.
There's the unfinished slime farm. I still have to work on that. I've been procrastinating on that for way too long. I don't know if this was faster or any better than the other way, but I mean it was less crazy hill jumping and climbing, which is definitely a plus. So yeah. You know what? One of the next things that I should also do is make a official proper stable for Maxis. That'll be good. Anyways. Hi, Con. How you doing, buddy? You want some chicken? Goodbye. Actually, I'll put some stuff away. In here, beetroot. I'll just have 4 beetroot seeds, I guess. Excuse me. Wool. Doors. I have plenty of spare doors and stuff. Emeralds. Lovely. Gold. Awesome. Resplendent. Just tossing those. Have to put away the apples as well. And probably the mutton. I find that jacket potatoes are decent because they don't fill up a ton of hunger points while having a really decent saturation. So, that's something. Toss in the arrows. Dirt. Just have a spare stack of cobble and dirt. While we don't have the scaffolding blocks, it's generally a good idea. Right, that's for pumpkins, and I haven't been around long enough for those to spring up yet. Yeah, potatoes are pretty good. They are a good crop. Carrots? Only if you have a ton of gold to match. In all honesty. Yeah. Anyway. Still have all this stuff still on me. I am today planning on working on, as the title of the stream suggests, base planning and design. So, I want to figure out, one, where exactly am I going to be building my base? Because this is a nice area, but it's not perfect. And I'm still debating whether or not I want to stay around here. Really? Was that absolutely necessary? Video settings, details, animations, rain splash. That's what I want to turn off. Nice. It looks pretty, but it's nah. That's one of the particle effects that I dislike, that I forget to turn off sometimes. Anyway, what I am still mulling over is whether I want to be in this snowy biome, again, close to all the stuff that I have already built, especially like the slime farm is one thing that I am kind of attached to. I want to be at least near this, preferably. But I don't know, I feel like my area isn't perfect for building unless I do a ton of terraforming. Try to really restrict myself in terms of base size, because I'm still unsure what sort of base I'm going to be doing. Like, whether it's... I know that I kind of want to challenge myself and do something futuristic to, almost... Well, I was gonna say modern. I don't know about modern builds. In Minecraft, modern builds can be either interesting or they are on a level of lacking detail that all the small little finishes that normally make a normal modern build pop just don't work. They just don't work anymore. Sometimes anyway. The sheer regularity of Minecraft doesn't really lend itself good to that. So what I am debating personally is, do I try and do more of, I guess what I'm calling in my head the spaceship style, or do I want to do a town-ish style build? Town-ish only in the sense that it's just separate buildings that sort of cluster around some paths and stuff. I might have villagers roaming about, maybe, just to sort of add more liveliness. I'm not really sure what I want to do. So that's what I'm kind of debating at the moment. But I do want to get sort of a color scheme and at least an area scoped out for whatever I do, because there is a point at which I am not going to expand further, and I'm probably going to also want to leave this series off for the next update or whatever. But in the meantime, I might even be able to carry this part out further. This part, or this world out further. I might just choose not to go with the next update just yet, because I can just port over the world, which is actually pretty easy now, with the option to port forward. Port forward? No, that's server language. Well, I guess port forward is the best terminology I can come up with. But, to forward the version of the game so that you can, use it in the new update, instead of having it, convert the world as it goes, like it used to. I'm gonna sleep. I was just sort of wandering around so that it could turn to night so I could sleep. Just so I can get rid of the rain. Aw, Con. Sorry to push you, but, like, good boy. I don't think you want to be standing on the torch either. There. Good boy. I'm also debating, do I want to keep your color red, or do I want to color it differently? You know what, Con? You are number one. Red color it is. If I get another dog, I don't know what I'll name it, but anyway, I'm still mulling over color palettes. And I'm gonna be frankly honest, this doesn't fit with me all that well. I'm thinking that I probably will have to do more color than less. Especially because gray, while light gray is kind of easy to come by, well, hold on. This is light gray, right? Have I tested normal gray? Yeah, that's light gray. Here's ink. Oh, you can make light gray like that, but normal gray like this. Interesting. I didn't know you could actually do that right away. Nice little amenity. Anyway, let's go into here and grab some gravel and sand. 4. Alright, whatever. I'm used to mouse tweaks. Actually, I could have just shift-clicked that in, but whatever. The bone meal, I can use it on the stems of stuff. Do I have a melon growing downstairs or no? It's not like there's any equivalent to Wayla. Oh, hey! That is a melon! I probably got it for a potion ingredient, didn't I? I think I did. Anyway. I don't think I'm going to have any gray concrete powder. I'm going to try and avoid concrete powder just because, I don't know, it doesn't look clean enough. I do like the way that this looks. It's kind of interesting, but I don't think it would make for a really pristine build. It's just sort of more like an art piece, if anything. If you get what I mean. Yeah, that's light gray. Compared to gray. Now I get why this is light gray. So, I am at an impasse. I like the dark, and I like the mid-color. Have I? I should probably make some white, maybe blue. I also, I'm thinking, what does all the terracotta look like again? I wouldn't have the recipe in here. Would I? No, I wouldn't. Of course not. Orange, yellow. I can make pink. Lilacs make magenta, don't they? Yeah. Are there any that make explicitly purple? I think you have to craft that. Ugh. Yeah, I do have clay. I'm just gonna store those in there. Because I doubt I'm gonna need them as that explicitly. So, I do really need to finish building my base sometime soon. Melons. So let's make some blue concrete. Let's also make some white, why not? well. I should also look at light blue. That's also a potential option. So this is gray. This is white. Obviously, it's really white. This is blue, which is almost kind of TARDIS blue. That's rather cool. This isn't a bad color palette theme. Actually reminds me of a flag. I forget what that flag even means. The people who are all like, we back the blue. No clue what you do. Oh wait. Mouse scrolls. That doesn't work in vanilla. Yep. I also keep using up all the bones for my bone meal. Yeah. Anyway. Light blue. Why don't we also look at cyan? That's light blue again. Cyan. Light blue, cyan. What other colors can I make? I guess I can do purple. Why not? Yeah. Actually, that reminds me. Isn't there like a concrete making machine design? Alright, Google time. I didn't say recipe, I said machine. From Cub Fan, how do you make this? Whatever. Oop. forgot you can do it like this. That's actually quite a lot easier. Just hold on both. And right, items slide really far on ice. Alright. So this is what light blue and cyan and purple look like. Okay, those aren't bad colors at all. I'm thinking I probably will, if I'm doing something with a lot of concrete, probably tie in some terracotta and or glazed terracotta, because glazed terracotta can make some pretty cool, intricate designs. I know a lot of people gave it hate just because of the fact that it was so, I guess you could say, strange for Minecraft. Although a lot of the crap that it was given was kind of abated because, like, it's actually not that bad. Not at all. So I will add the light gray to this color palette. I'm not gonna leave any of this as concrete powder. I don't have any desire to make stuff with concrete powder. Well, actually, instead I can do yellow and then green, remove the yellow here, and then just put down yellow again there. Yeah. I'm just laying out color options, stuff that's not too difficult to get, hopefully. Most of this stuff isn't too bad. The squid ink for the normal gray would be probably the worst. I still have more of all of that. I probably won't go with black, simply because the gray is doable as a simple accent. As a common accent or anything, it might be a little tricky, but I could probably do it if I really toughed it out and killed a bunch of squid, although they are a little bit hard to find these days. You can still find a number of squid around. But if I were to do just straight up black concrete in any high quantity, I would probably go crazy, because I would need to definitely make a squid farm. Now, could do orange. I could definitely do orange. Yeah, I already have that stuff on me. Again, I'm just testing out colors right now. Hmm. Um. I'm a little hesitant to use anything like ice, personally, right now. At least in my resource pack, it's not actually translucent. It mostly loses its translucence above the waters, so yeah, it's not really worth using ice. Compressed ice, maybe. Alrighty. Ice. Actually, there's a crafting table right down here, too. I can utilize this. Compressed ice doesn't look bad in this new texture pack, so it's an option. In addition, there are the iceberg biomes, of which there are plenty compressed ice blocks, so this is an option. Oh my goodness, this has already started to seed more. Lovely. Actually, I should totally get an ice farm going if I'm actually gonna start doing, building with ice. Yikes. Yeah, so, with the readily available resources that I have now, these are the colors that I can really do. Oh, light green as well, actually. I should probably add light green to this. I'm not gonna do pink. Pink is usually too obnoxious, so that's why that will be excluded from this list. I can't think of many many times where pink is generally considered a good color. So I'll do lime. And I think that will be it. Oop, not that. I'll just take all of those. Ice. Just toss that in misc. Come on. I know I'll be able to sleep any minute now. Okay. I spent 35 minutes collectively traveling back and debating about color palette. Wait, right, I gotta remember that I can do the thing.
I need to stop. I've been doing too much. I've been running too fast. I've been wasting my life. I've been living cloud nine. I've been at it all night. I've been feeling so loved. I've been waking up late.
I'm just double checking that I'm on public. Yeah. So yeah, lime can be added to this list of color block options, I guess. What I'm trying to do is figure out what do I want to use in terms of color. Some will probably be taken out pretty early on just because of the fact that they're not that great, or I'll be bothered by the amount of resources. And if I'm gonna go with an especially colorful city build, a lot of these colors will wind up being used anyway. I'm a little unsure what exactly to go with at the moment. Should I also add terracotta to this list? I'm thinking maybe. Let's see about maybe some terracottas. So I can do 7 colors like this. Okay. What colors do I want to do? Well, now that I think about it, and all I want to do is survive, I'm doing terracotta builds. Ooh. And I don't want to take over all I want to do survive style for when I eventually do bring it back, because I want to bring that back. I like the build style that I've created in that. It's sort of, Old West style. It's a little bit of a desert-ish style. Or like American West. I'm hesitant to say that because I think it's actually a sort of a pseudo-build style, because it doesn't entirely match what the actual build styles were of the natives that lived there, and heck, even some of the people today, but I know that it's a style that does exist today. So, meh. But yeah, I'm hesitant to add clay as a absolute option, but yes, it will be a thing. Guess who got Minecraft Java? You, Nina? Or your dog? I'm kidding. Actually, don't you have cats? Not dogs? I take you as a cat person. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong people. Anyway, hi Nina. Oh, I don't have any colon here. Oh, by the way, what's the... Of course, sometimes when I load up my laptop, it doesn't show my battery icon. I stream from my desktop, so I have no worries about losing battery, but 3 cats, 1 dog. Ah, okay. I guess I wasn't that off. Anyway, how you doing, Nina? What I was thinking... Oh yeah, so in terms of terracotta, my All I Want to Do Survive world is primarily made out of terracotta. I'm thinking of doing something like stone concrete not like the terracotta wood style that I have in All I Want to Do Survive. Again, I need to get back on doing those videos and stuff. But, I am... Ooh. No. No. Not with blue. Red, maybe. Red, maybe. I could. Yeah, red isn't too bad. Blue looks way too indigo. Way too indigo. It might look good in the right color palette context, but not in the bright, vibrant context with the rest of the concrete and stuff, so yeah, no. Magenta might actually do good. Or actually, I'll do allium so that I only get one. I don't have very many alliums, but that's okay. Yeah, magenta actually doesn't look too obnoxious in this. I just don't want to have super high contrast colors. Or like super loud colors. Or too many loud colors. All at once. That's why I'm sort of a little hesitant to use some of the the concrete colors. Some of the terracotta colors are too muted, on the other hand, so like I gotta find the right balance. So with a futuristic build, what I'm thinking of is something a little bit like, this isn't the entire basis, but something of a space station style build. The best comparable references I can think of are two Minecraft builds. Both of them are actually modded from before concrete was a thing, but one was made of, I think they were the what blocks were those in Chisel? From the Chisel mod, that they have a connected texture, but they don't have a border on every so that they don't have a border on every single block. Instead, it's all around the outside. I don't think they were the future blocks. But basically, they were a flat, bright color. They looked like they were a lamp, but they weren't. They were really cool, though. At least I generally find. I don't think a chest should be in here. I'm gonna put you in blocks. Saving space in here. Again, I need to make more storage. Anyway, there was a YouTuber, I believe it was Nonsanity, that had a big base on top of a Biomes of Plenty, what was it again? It's sort of like this canyon or Badlands, Badlands Highlands or something. It's a really tall biome, but he had a big futuristic build there, and it sort of was like a space station on the ground. That's the best way I can describe it. And then the other one is actually a space station. The space stations, more like, the ones that you generally build with Galacticraft, this sort of build style that tends to benefit or fit that, they tend to have like round corridors, or square corridors and round rooms, unique shapes, sort of a smooth color palette scheme, not too many details, but what I'm thinking of is something a little bit more detailed, somewhere between modern and futuristic builds, because this isn't the building style that I usually go for. I'm trying to challenge myself with this. So like, I'm also getting a lot of inspiration from all the Hermitcraft players, who are doing modern and future style builds, simply because they haven't done a lot of those, and I am in the same ground as like Korean because I have done plenty of not as sophisticated builds as he and his team has done, but I've done a lot of stylistic stuff that fits sort of stoneworks or mildly industrial. I'm still working on getting extreme builder level talent, or skill really, but I have not done much of futuristic style building, at least outside of creative. I've done a little bit, but not enough for me to feel comfortable actually going through and doing a lot of it. So generally I'm limited to what am I able to do with what I have on hand, and what do I feel comfortable using a large quantity of, and what do I feel comfortable making, although in this case it's a level of what do I feel comfortable being uncomfortable making, if that makes sense. Because there is, of course, a point at which I'm not gonna stray further into my discomfort zone just yet. So, yeah. I might do light gray terracotta. That actually could be cool. Maybe. Maybe not. White actually isn't too horrendous. It's actually sort of like an ivory color. I'll add it to the list. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of this and sleep. So kind of wish I still had more light blue, because then maybe I could wouldn't have to craft more bone meal. Let's make some light blue terracotta. That's actually an okay color. It's just this sort of dark indigo that is a little bit maybe not on the maybe not side. This sort of light blue purple color isn't horrible. That's actually quite a nice color. Ooh. I think that would go nicely with like compressed ice. So if I'm willing to go the ice farm route, that's not a bad choice. So if I go with like compressed ice, and probably would wind up having mostly terracotta, which might get expensive, but then again, I have to do a lot of sand mining and gravel searching in order to be able to make a ton of concrete. So it's like, all this is sort of expensive resources. Hey, TGZ! What's up? I've run out of room. I'll just leave it floating in the air. Yeah, I do really like the red terracotta. I mean, that's kind of the reason why in All I Want to Do Survive I made it my first choice for my home terracotta when I figured out what build style I wanted to go with. Yeah. And then yellow for the workshop. Ooh, have I even released that episode yet? Did I get to release that episode? I forget. Ugh. But then I also used green terracotta in the Thaumcraft cave. Again, I forget. Did I release that episode? I feel stupid for not knowing my own episode release, but it's on the level of I've completely forgotten what I have and haven't, or what I stopped on. So, sorry about that. But basically I made a tech workshop that was yellow terracotta instead of that was yellow terracotta and oak instead of red terracotta and great wood. Did I release a second episode, didn't I? Right? Yeah? No? I forget. Crap. Ugh. I might just be spoiling literally everything that I built. Well, not everything. Maybe. Maybe I did. Oh well, it's been brewing for too damn long. Anyway... Oh geez, this is gonna be a lot. Yeah, this is a lot of items. I'm not sure what other colors of terracotta should I add. What does green terracotta look like? Maybe I could do cyan terracotta as well. Green is dark. Let's see about cyan, because cyan could be good. Cyan's a vibrant enough color, right? Oh yeah! Cyan terracotta is actually quite gray. This is actually quite a good color for contrast. So... Again, Hermitcraft stuff. I don't want to be copying Hermitcraft accidentally or intentionally, but like, I've gotten a lot of inspiration from all the builds there. Like, the town looks amazing. Just, the world download is gonna be something that I personally will definitely explore this season. I debated whether or not to go back and explore the Season 5 world, because I know that there was a lot of stuff there. But I missed most of Season 5, so it's just gonna be me stumbling upon things more than anything. So yeah. But now that I'm following Season 6, it's like, yeah, once this world download comes out, I am definitely gonna be downloading it. I am so interested to see what all stuff it winds up being there, and what actually winds up even just like being gone by the time, the world download comes out. So yeah, cyan looks good. I guess I probably should try and figure out now what I'm actually gonna use. Am I gonna leave regular terracotta in this? I think I will leave regular terracotta as an option. Because while it is a mostly muted color, as a less vibrant red, it's an okay substitute. If I don't want to do a bunch of dyes and dye hunting, that is not horrible. It's actually quite an Adobe-ish color, so I think that's kind of the whole point of it. I mean, it is literally just terracotta. Terracotta Adobe. Or... Yes. No. I'm trying to think, what is traditional Adobe material? I think it's more muddy. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, so I guess this is colors. Color options. Again, if I want to go with this, that actually would be a really nice pairing. Or that. Clean cut colors would also work nicely with compressed ice and ice. Although if I'm not going to use regular ice. Never mind. No way. I would prefer something like sea lanterns. Oh, that's what song it is. Yeah, color palette stuff. But you know what? The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking maybe I do... Well, now that I actually think about it, well, I could do more stuff underground, like the more nitty-gritty stuff underground, just so that I can do some cool terraforming and stuff. So that way my build palette isn't so limited. Because above ground I could do some extravagant buildings, and then below ground I could do some terraformed caves and stuff. That's actually a really good idea. I am totally gonna... Alright, that goes on the post-it note. Base. Below ground... Custom caves... Underground stone type palette to andesite prismarine. Yeah, because prismarine actually would be a really cool palette to add with andesite. Yeah. So I could have a lot of color and stuff just to make sure, like, I don't want to have something that's too bland or gray. That's one of the reasons why I'm hesitant to have a lot of white or gray. On top of the fact that their resources are sometimes hard to gather, it can be frustrating to try and build with a lot of that and really high contrast colors. While it is good to have some high contrast and stuff, it's also nice to have some blended contrast without too much loud colors, or too much, well, I guess too many loud colors next to each other or against each other. So like white sticks out as a sore thumb in most of nature because rarely is anything pure white. Even snow, it can be slightly bluish. It's rarely especially bright unless the sun is really high in the sky. A lot of the world actually never sees snow, so it's like, that's a bad comparison. Most whites are gray, or an off-white, something like a cream color. Atlantic Raid! Oh, hi Raiders! Or Raider? Raiders? Welcome! I'm currently trying to speculate color palettes and color options. Yes, it's a lot of stuff all on the screen at once, but I'm trying to figure out what do I want to do. And no, this is not like trying to speculate what goes with what yet. Ooh, I'm reminded of the ice reflections. Ooh, they look so pretty. Anyway. Me getting distracted. Commonplace. Just be wary. Alright, so, I'm thinking maybe if I do a lot of some kind of concrete, I might also want to do something with that with that effect of stained terracotta as an accent or something. Just maybe. Or I could do stained terracotta, or glazed terracotta, that's what I'm trying to say. Glazed terracotta, not stained. Glazed terracotta, I could do that as flooring. That could be an option. Especially in the caves. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Ooh, that'd be pretty. Okay, I'm totally down for that. That is an added option. I need to just make like a whole new post-it note at this point. Virtual post-it note, everyone. Gotta love the sticky notes functionality in Windows. I don't know if Mac has any equivalent to it. I'd be lost without these. So, base ideas. Let me add the thing. Base, below ground, terraformed caves. tab, stone palette, andesite to prismarine, above ground buildings, no clue what to do for that. Glazed terracotta floors to accent / match concrete walls? Question mark. Just because it's an idea, and I'm not guaranteed to use the concrete. Alright. I can also remove the bit of stuff from my other post-it note that I have going for this stuff. Yeah, okay. That's the organization I have for this series, guys. Just a bunch of post-it notes. Just a bunch of desktop post-it notes. Yeah, anyway. So the more I stare at this, the more the compressed ice looks out of place compared to the rest of these, but it's just an option. I just gotta remember that. It's just an option. If I want to do glass, I might do stained glass. Again, keeping with color and maybe accenting whatever color I do. I could do light blue, I could do maybe white, or light gray. That wouldn't be too bad. I have bountiful amounts of light gray flowers, so that would totally work. Again, I'm trying to think in terms of resources, guys. I should try and avoid doing that too much, because some of my resources I can make farms for, I can make better ways of getting them and stuff, so that I shouldn't be worrying too much about. In the moment, I'm just trying to figure out color palette, at least within the realms of feasibility. That's the main limitation that I'm at right now. I could also do something of an ocean base, now that I think about it. Oh, hell no. I thought, ooh, I could do some sort of research station, and then all of a sudden I thought of Pathos 2 from Soma. I'm not rebuilding Pathos 2, but I could do something sort of like it. I bet there are a lot of people who have done something sort of like that too. Wonder what kind of inspiration I could find online for stuff like that. And once I get a conduit, I could do some waterlogged sections too, for whatever I want to do underwater. I definitely think that I want to have something on the water's edge, not necessarily in the water though. I could have part of the build in the water, yes. I probably want to have something that's underwater, but maybe not too much that's fully waterlogged per se. I'm just trying to speculate what would be best and where certain colors would fit, because I want something that sort of suits the world around it too. This is one of the reasons why I went with a mostly white and gray theme around this forest, because it's sort of like a birch tree, which is my favorite tree, by the way. It also complements oak colors nicely, which is the most common tree in Minecraft, so of course. So I'm kind of at an impasse now. I think I've been staring at this for too damn long. I should probably start trying to figure out base shape and location instead, while I kind of just let myself mull that over. Though I could eliminate a few colors now, I'm gonna just leave them as options. Just for now. Why not? But I will grab some more dirt. Maybe some gravel. Keep going to that chest just because. I don't know why. I'll grab 3 stacks of gravel and 3 stacks of dirt. Just stuff that I can use for a bit of terraforming and marking stuff out. I should also maybe grab myself a bed just in case I'm not around home. Because what I'm gonna do right now is try and find the best location for my new home. Because I don't think this will be the final home location. While I have done a bit to try and spruce it up, make it nice and stuff, I don't think this will be a good permanent base. Not at all. It's kind of small, it's limited. While I generally don't like having a lot of big, empty builds, I feel like I could do something that does some amount of expansion, above and below ground, more so than what I have now. I feel quite limited in my tower, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stick with that. Instead, I am going to try and find a place that is better suited for this. And I think I should grab my boat and head on out. So, options include building next to that. It would either include tearing that down or refacing it, since I don't feel like that would be great to look at all the time. I don't like staring at it all the time, honestly. It's not great. Building in the snowy biome over here also includes tearing down the other thing, or at least refacing it. It probably would just do with a good refacing, honestly. Something... your battery is running low. Lovely. I'll plug in my laptop after I go over some quick things. Something in the mountains over here. Now, I do think that having a mountain is actually a good thing in my case because of the terraformed caves idea. And being right around here is actually kind of like a really nice place. And I could suspend some amount of my stuff above the water so that what is below in the water would be kind of semi-visible. On top of the fact that I wouldn't actually have to disturb this area too much, since I could just build in the walls around here. Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. Ooh. Okay. This is actually a really good idea. That last bit I came up with on the fly. I love when you're able to do that. That is just, ooh, that is a good idea. That is good. Continuing along in the area, if not there in that little alcove area, somewhere a little more open like that. That works too. Though the alcove kind of trumps that idea. Like, dang, that is good. That was a good idea. Or further down the river over here. Jeez, just I can barely steer. Something over here in the mountains again. That sort of overhang area looks really crazy, but also kind of cool. I could build some kind of over the water base that stretches from all the way over there around to here. Kind of just depends what I'm up to. Up to doing. I could just do like 2 walkways with some sort of a room in the middle, or connection downward. Actually, kind of like a subnautical base, if anything. Now that I'm thinking about it, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I could do something among all the spruce trees, just so that I have a mountain view, but a mountain view isn't, I feel, isn't comparable to the spruce trees, so like, eh. I could have something floating offshore somewhere. There's a drowned. Suck on that. Alright. I mean, some of this area is actually quite cool and interesting and wouldn't be a bad backdrop. This actually would be kind of a neat little addition, in all honesty. Is that a zombie down there? Yep, that's a zombie down there. That's a zombie down there. Oh, and there's a bed right there. This is actually kind of a flat area. Ooh, okay. This would reduce the need for a lot of terraforming and land clearing. Okay. It has a lot of access to the ocean. It has access to a snowy biome, so that's nice. I'm not too far from my original base. In fact, I could actually link up to it with some paths, which, if I wind up making like an official horse stable somewhere, I probably would. Yeah. This actually is a pretty good area too. So I guess right now I have probably 2 generally good options. Unless I also want to do some additional terraforming to carve out a bigger part of the river, so that I have water access to my base from the river all the way back by home. At the end of that path that I made for my horse so that I could get to the snowy biome, that area, there's a bit of flat area right there. That also works. It's kind of all a matter of what do I want to do. What area do I want to be in? That would be admittedly closer to where I'm at now, and I probably wouldn't have to tear down or necessarily reface the entire the tower that I'm living in now. But I still want to redo that, just that it looks a little bit cleaner, nicer. It wasn't bad at first, but the more I've stared at it, the more I realize, ugh, that is not good on a big build. Anyway, I guess we have a few options for places. And I don't have any torches, do I? Well, coordinate time. Okay, locations. 2352, negative 1925. Let's head on home. We will pass by the place with the alcove, so that'll be good. again, I don't want to go too far from where I am now because of the slime farm. Even though I could make a new one, I feel like because of the fact that the depth is just perfect there, and it's not far from land, it just feels like it's a really good place for a slime farm. So, and a lot of drown don't spawn there, so it would be helpful for the mob spawning quantities for me to build there. So it's like, it's in an ideal location. And there's a bunch of seaweed around it, or seaweed, kelp around it. So I can harvest kelp while I'm just passively letting some slimes spawn. It all works out for me. At least in my mind. Alright, I should probably, flat-ish, mountain foothills. 2235, negative 1705. Cove? Between Peaks, Cove. Actually, I could call it Twin Peaks Cove. Twin Peaks Cove. Underwater area. Cliff's Edge, underwater area. That's the best. Oh. That's the best I can describe it as to myself, so that I remember what I'm trying to say there. Because sometimes I forget what I typed or what I meant when I typed stuff down. So yeah. Anyway, all the colors there, it's just yeah. Excuse me. I'm gonna sleep real fast. So now I'm gonna go ahead and mark out the other area. I also feel like I should add slabs or something to that, just so that it's smoother to climb, but that's not for today. Yeah, so this snowy plains area next to a bunch of rolling hills and such, this feels quite peaceful and kind of pretty. So I wouldn't be mad having this as a view all the time. Snow wouldn't be that big of an issue because I have plenty of lighting and stuff, so yeah. Where would be the best place for it to be situated? This is a river. I wonder if that eventually stretches out to meet any big water bodies. Anyway, I think the best option is just sort of in the middle of this big flat area so that I don't have to do as much terraforming, in addition to having a good naturally existing location. Well, that blew up. Alrighty. 2540, negative 1475. Rolling, snowy, plains and hills. Oh, I should also add no water. Needs terraformed water access. Or it needs created water access. Yes. Alrighty, that should work for me. I'll just leave those to despawn. I don't care about those. That tree looks so stupid. Uh-oh. Laptop's dying. Okay, I really need to plug that in. Give me a minute. Okay. Also, by the way, I noticed I had a small static shock because right now I have a blanket wrapped around me. Well, not wrapped around me. I'm just sort of like, I have a blanket on my chair. So I got some static charge build up, and then when I went to grab my headphones, I got a small static shock touching the cable, and I noticed that my mic had a small peak, so I'm wondering, did that actually trigger like a sound or a signal or something? I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Let's hurry onward. So I mean, what have I got? Well, I guess I have more options than I was about to give into, because there is also the option, if I really wanted to pursue that, because some of it might be difficult, especially for the dark prismarine required, turn a sea temple into a home. That would be cool. Especially because I've actually been in Minecraft Bedrock trying to make a sea temple look a little bit cleaner, I guess, since we now have waterlogged blocks and stuff, and it doesn't have to be, excuse me, all solid blocks, or like perfect cube blocks. It can include like stairs and slabs and stuff, so I've been trying to make it look neater and better. I've discovered Minecraft has a lot of weird little generation quirks with those things. Some of it makes it look very unsymmetrical and ugly, I will admit. It's not perfect. But, I could try and do that, but I don't think I will this time around, just because I think that would be a little bit troublesome. I could do something really cool and underwater entirely. It would also require a lot of prismarine. But because of the fact that I want to do a futuristic style, which is why I'm so unsure, it's a little bit tricky to do a truly futuristic style, I feel like, underwater with stuff like prismarine and likely wood and really basic unrefined stone types, accenting your build a lot, because usually that's the sort of palette of stuff that you go for. Aquatic things, stuff that looks okay with a bunch of gravel and sand as the ocean floor. So I'm kinda mildly uncertain about that. And while it would be cool to have something like a Prismarine Kingdom or whatever, that would be super cool, I would want one more variation. I would probably also add purple blocks to that, honestly, if I could. If I could find a good way to add purple blocks efficiently, all the blues and purples would look beautiful. I'd also add probably plenty of coral and stuff. That'd be cool. Maybe actually terracotta. Well, no, actually, no. I don't know even about wool. That would look, Trying to think in terms of good color palettes and stuff, but like, I don't know. You're kind of limited with Minecraft. Anyway, that's not for this series. I could do that some other time. Someone else can do that totally. Sounds like something that plenty of people probably would jump on the opportunity to make. But that's not going to be what I'm doing. I'm doing something modern / futuristic. Lots of smoother colors, subtle details, all the details in the shape, not the texture. I'm still unsure about that even. Ow. But I don't even know. Just lots of colors. This is lots of colors. That's all I have to say about this. This is just a lot of colors. And I feel like the level of options that I'm giving myself might be too much. So what I actually need to do is start taking out the ones that I don't think will be good. And right away, I'm gonna take away the ones that are too obnoxious, I feel like. These would have been okay, but not great. And this white, you gotta go. Yeah, none behind. Oh, visuals. Where every pixel seems to have a shader on it. Or, like, pixel, part. Yeah, that looks weird. Anyway, rust color is not best color. Definitely not. The yellow is kind of okay, but I'm most unsure about it. It looks really nice in my All I Want to Do Survive world with that color palette, but I don't think it'll look good with a color palette that I'm winding up picking, I think. I could do light gray and like light blue or cyan? Light blue. Or cyan. Look, I'm trying to say what I want to keep. I'm thinking maybe red terracotta would actually be a good alternative to red concrete, just because red concrete is so dark. I'm almost hesitant to keep purple, but it's not... Like, there's no good alternative to purple, because purple is actually a really rich color. It's a color of royalty and everything, and I think it's pretty good. This is actually not a bad build palette right here. In all honesty, I think that's a really good option. So, like, totally group it all together. This is build palette option A. This is not a bad build palette at all. Magenta actually complements this really nicely. Sorry for miffing on you earlier, Magenta, but, like, not bad. Though, I personally think red would also look really kind of nice with that. Red terracotta. So, all options and such. So, keeping options open. And I'm thinking area-based accent colors for these three things. Oh, that's where the zombie is. Ow. No, thank you. Not today, Satan, not today. Not today, zombitch. I don't think so, zombitch. No, that wasn't funny. I am gonna put back all this. And what else is there possibly? I'm thinking in terms of trying to go by fours to make this be a little bit more varied, I guess. If only green wasn't so just dark. I feel like green would be a awesome color. Lime is too light. Although, you know what? If I'm gonna eliminate green, I'm gonna eliminate purple, simply based on the fact that there's no good, there's good contrast with these colors. They're semi-complementary and such, but without green, I don't think I could balance out the purple too. So we're gonna have to deal with that. I could also add the light blue terracotta to this build palette as well, because that probably would go nicer with the red and the cyan. So I am totally gonna go with that. Options, people. We have options. I really like how terracotta and glazed terracotta especially look look with concrete. Like, it's just a little bit of added texture. It's like concrete lacks a lot of color or noise in its color, which is rather good, and you sort of have to face it a little bit with terracotta if you add it to a concrete-based build. But I feel like if you have it in the right amount, it looks quite good. So, yeah. Yeah, I think we're doing well for ourselves. And, the part that I'm most unsure about, honestly, is how do I tie in nicely the grays and the white with the colors I have now? That will be a chore, for sure. Hell, I might not even wind up doing all of these. I could do, well, I'm thinking more like I will do an area-based color palette, so like in one area I won't have any red, in another I won't have any, or in one area I will only have red, I should have said. In one area I will only have this, in one area I will only have that. And it'll probably depend on like what part of the base you're in. I could do like the cyan with the water part, or the light blue with the water, just so that it's nicely complementary. The cyan would be next to it because it's matching. Maybe? I don't know. But the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking, I don't know. I really don't know. Just getting colors to sort of visibly not clash too horribly is one thing. It's completely another thing to try and actually utilize that. In an actual build. And I'm thinking I might even switch out this for cyan terracotta. Ooh, that is a nice in-between. And a bit of darkness actually would do quite good in this, so I was right. It's entirely possible to do either one of these, although there's definitely a better option in both. Actually, cyan terracotta would do perfect in either. This would do well with gray concrete as well. Just, I guess, almost as a happy mistake. This also could benefit from some whites, I feel like. Like a white color palette base. So, that is not a complete color scheme. Quartz actually would look really good with that. That would wind up being more fantastical, though, I feel like. Fantastical, or almost Greco-Roman. Yeah. I really don't know. I feel like I actually need to start collecting some white and gray concrete and terracotta and start trying to experiment and build. Or I pop into a creative test world and start actually utilizing these to try and make a little test sort of build, just to see what stuff looks like. Hmm. Hmm. I'm thinking yes. I will pop into a creative test world. Let's create a new world. Or not survival. Creative. Update aquatic. Build testing. I'll go with forest just as the biome because forest is nice. 20 times Minecraft stone. Just because I want to have at least a little bit above and below ground. Just for experimentation's sake. Although, maybe because of the fact that I'm... Yeah. Let's go with, like, 60. Yeah. Done. Don't generate structures because I don't need those. Yes. Let's see what we can come up with, shall we? Time set noon/game rule do daylight cycle false. Also set the world to peaceful. Alrighty. So let's try and come up with whatever we're gonna come up with, I guess. Let's get out the same blocks that I've kind of come up with. Just as an idea of, again, what I'm doing. What even am I doing? Compressed ice. I also had gray concrete. So that's one option. Although I had cyan and gray. Light gray, white. Cyan. I had red terracotta. And I had light blue. That's not too bad. That's just color palette stuff though, because really I guess I should also be considering other potential blocks like quartz. Yeah. Wait, I thought I made it so that it was dirt 2 blocks below. Whatever. So yeah, quartz and like quartz pillars. Chiseled quartz? Okay. diorite has too much going on with it. White or light blue stained glass, maybe. I'll really quick grab the panes. Sadly, there aren't any connected textures. Light gray stained glass would also be not a bad idea. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just trying to give myself options and like, what am I gonna do? You have Christina v. Bad Apple? It's on my playlist, yeah. So what else could I potentially use? Oh, it's now called cut sandstone instead of smooth? Oh, did not know that. Right, creative only stuff, but like, I really wish that there was a default recipe for this stuff, because there honestly should be, at least for the smooth stone, because the smooth stone is a really popular block in builds. Smooth quartz. Oh, strange. What else really could I use? I mean, there's dead coral and coral, but I'd rather not be using a bunch of dead coral. And coral is hard to keep alive, so... eh. Oh, these are infested stone bricks. What am I doing? Stone bricks in this texture pack don't look bad, so... I'm just giving myself gray options. So like, if I want to have a little bit more texture or something that isn't super smooth, that's an option. Especially in the cave areas. Do I want to do smooth stone? Well, clearly I can't. But if I want to do stone slabs, which on their tops are nice and on their sides aren't horrible, I'm good with that. Is purple a good option in this? Or is it just too pink? I think it's too pink. I think I've just perused through basically all my options, and I've come to the conclusion that, I haven't gone through the glazed terracotta yet. That is generally just gonna be patterns and stuff. That's not gonna be really good for a lot of build stuff unless I feel like doing stuff with this or this and this. Okay, isn't there the debug stick? Hold on, what's the command for the debug stick? @p debug stick. That's actually a cool looking pattern right there. This would also be created by that, so that'd be cool. What even are the patterns with this? Right. I don't even know, honestly. Like, this is just an unending line right there. Oh. I have no idea. And then this. I'm just sort of experimenting with terracotta here. So let's see. What patterns we can create. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what other blocks have interesting designs that I feel could tile nicely? On a large scale, anyway. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what even is this pattern. That's what I'm unsure about. Because frankly, there is no way I can know. I have no clue with this one. It seems like the most discombobulated out of all of them. So like terracotta isn't bad, but it's not great. It's hard to make a good pattern with it, just straight up, so yeah. Yeah, that's all not blocks. So I think that's about as much as my build palette gets me. Yeah. I could do more with other kinds of glazed terracotta, but I'm not gonna bother with that. At least for the moment. In all honesty, I want to get rid of these and maybe get rid of the debug stick. Just because I don't really need it. But yeah, so what do I want to do with this? Right. Let's try it with cyan. Why not? And I will get myself some stone slabs because I think stone slabs will go the nicest with this. If I have a lot of real problems, then I can always get rid of them, but for now, stone slabs are okay. What color of glass? White, light blue, or gray? And pane or full block? Huh. What would be the best? I will decide later. For now, I'm gonna try and figure out structure. This is okay, but a little cramped. So instead there's also this, which I think feels a little more round, honestly. Maybe just because it's bigger. Yeah, it feels, that is way bigger, and I like that quite a lot. Honestly, I think this could also do with a nice dark rim around it. And then, do I actually want to make this out of cyan terracotta or the gray concrete? Cyan terracotta. That has a nicer sort of color tone to it. Now, what I am doing might end up being just sort of tunnels around my base, or the tunnel structure around my base, like the tunnel halls or whatever, or if I wanted to do something even bigger, but with like platforms and stuff in the middle, which could be kind of cool. I could build it out of like quartz, maybe. It'd be especially nifty if we had some sort of good mesh block. I could suspend in air quotes the bridge or the catwalk with iron bars, because thin iron bar, where's iron bars? Right here. Because a thin iron bar is just a single rod, so that would actually be able to extend from the ceiling, and I would do it even bigger than this, so like option 2. Or is this option 3? Yeah. I'm losing track of shit. This would be really huge, honestly, because I'm only halfway up this circle, or slightly more than, and I'm taller than that. There is a level at which, obviously, it needs to be in order for the catwalk to even visibly make sense. But I think this might be a little too big. It's just, does this look curvy enough? That does look curvy enough, yes. Alright, and this is big enough for me to be able to make the platforms with. So, if I wanted to do platforms, I could actually do them with stone slabs. So what would I do? Something like this, probably. Would I want to have a narrower platform? Ugh, 1 block wide platform, no. So I would probably suspend from what would effectively be the handrails. And then they would branch along like this. Just sort of like that. And that wouldn't be bad at all. I think this is actually kind of a neat little build. Yeah, that's kind of necessary. And I wouldn't suspend, again in air quotes, from every single one. I would do probably every other. Bear in mind, this is just options, people. So, like, this is not the end-all be-all of my build. In fact, I think I might want to do this another level lower, so... let's see how that looks. Do 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 and doop and doop. And this. Yes, it feels much nicer being kind of closer to the center with your eyes, with the thing, so it'll suspend itself closer to the ground, but I think this will be quite nice, having this sort of suspended bridge, if I have something bigger. But again, this isn't necessarily what I will wind up building in the end. This is just an option. So I will have this again. And then with the narrower ones, I may switch out this flooring for something else. Stone slabs, maybe. Because they are not bad at all. Indeed, they make sort of a nice little hard-looking floor. They are quite light, admittedly, but... Now, if I wanted to do something with colorful accents and stuff, I feel like... no. This is either going to be... cyan terracotta there, maybe? Cyan concrete? Okay, now we're talking. That's not bad. This isn't bad there, but like with the white, no. And with the fact that I want to kind of tie in the lighter floor, I think that's definitely the way to go. Now, of course, the darker colors are necessary, otherwise it'll just look too bright, and we don't want that. So for door frames, like entries into a room, that will be what I do. Now for this, I'm not sure. Do I want to do, cyan, oh, that is cyan terracotta. Like gray concrete, maybe? And then do the corners dark? That might look really stupid, but we'll find out in a moment. I could do the blue on top, and then gray on the sides. Yeah, the color's a little bit limited, but the idea is that it's a section-based thing, so it would be like you are following the blue corridors, or you were in the blue section. Of course, we can always add more details, and these are just supposed to be walkways right now. I'm trying to figure out how the build palette will sort of go into traveling areas and stuff before I start building bigger rooms. This isn't bad, I will say. And the idea of having this on the ceiling isn't bad, but I feel like it does kind of limit its input into the build too much, so I might instead switch it out to be on the walls. I just got an idea. I could do some sort of like a wave-ish pattern. The added thing is I don't know whether to do symmetry or not, but I think symmetry will look better, especially because this looks really nice. This actually looks quite good. Ooh. You know what? I like this. Now, the light gray concrete. I'm still unsure whether or not I want this to be the floor. For the moment, this is okay. However, I need to figure out lighting. Lighting. That will be a bitch, I am sure to figure out. Because this isn't an odd number of blocks, I might have to suffice for end rods, or instead of end rods, something like sea lanterns, something like this. No, that's not enough, I don't think. Glowstone even. It's a busy texture. Oh, it would look so much better if it was medieval. But I'm not medieval, so redstone lamp. Let's just pretend. Oh, oops. Yeah. Come on. Placing it on it doesn't turn it on, but placing it next to it does. Okay, then. Let's just pretend that... hello, Vix Plays. Welcome to the channel. Nope, I'm not feeling it. We don't really have super great lighting options, do we? I think sea lanterns would be the best way to go, but color-wise they do not match. Come on. Although end rods would be kind of cool. One, they're expensive as all hell. Two, even then they don't seem like they would be a perfect fit. How about in the middle of the wave instead of at the switch point? Yeah. You can probably sense my apprehension just through the internet. This is on the level of I could do something with trapdoors to try and hide it. But I feel like that might be a cop-out because of the fact that, With the general lack of wood in my base, though, I feel like that just doesn't fit. I am at such an impasse right now because lighting is important. I can't get away with not having any. Could just be the size that I've limited myself to with this, and it would be much easier here. Though I will say, this actually looks really cool from the outside. The lanterns kind of break that up, but it looks cool from the outside. That wave looks really cool. I might try and emulate that with this, honestly. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down all the way. I'll admit, it looks much better like that. It looks too fat like this as well because of just the height difference and not going back and forth, so... Nah. Oh well. Was worth trying. Every idea is good at least once. Alrighty. So let's try and figure out... I'm spending so much time in this creative test world, but there is a reason. You all should know that there's a reason. You all can probably guess the reason. If I wanted to as well, I possibly could just do 3 on each side and make it a square hallway. I will have to take a look at that really fast, I guess. Because these hallway sizes are gonna be a bitch to figure out. With or without? Without. Heck, even, let's see, what does gray concrete do for this? Okay, cyan terracotta. Ooh, okay. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Does it look good in the floor as well? I will admit it looks actually kind of quite good on the floor. Huh. I am okay with this. It looks very liney, I will admit, but if we're going with a more modern-ish style build, then that will be the whole thing that we wind up doing. I'll have to figure out lighting in a moment. I want to try out that smaller circular design. A circle so small it actually becomes a square. Because Minecraft, of course. Still not sure what to do for flooring. I might do light gray. This isn't the gray concrete that I'm deciding to use for the dark accents. No. This is cyan terracotta. Switch it out. This kind of works. I feel like the visual contrast, though, of this is better. And in addition, I could even do something like that and have it just be every third block. Or, if I wanted to, if I was feeling a little snazzy, do I want to do white, blue, or gray with this? Blue. Let's see. Hell, I could even have it like this. That would look that would look quite cool. If I want to do bigger walkways, all around the lamp, I could do it glass. I feel like that might not be the best move, though, so... Again, every idea is good once. So for this, no glass around the things. Although, I could match it on the ceiling and use glass that way. That actually would be kind of cool. This could work. Okay, there's not too many lights, I feel like. And there would be enough to prevent mob spawning. So... Yes. And then if I wanted to try glass to the outside world, just so that there's a little bit of, you know, sky sometimes visible. This could work. Let's see what this looks like. I'm not opposed to this. Ideas are coming into my mind. No. Every idea is good at least once. I just gotta keep repeating that over and over again until I truly believe that is true. Or is it better freestanding? I think it's better freestanding. Yeah, it's better freestanding. Oh, don't drop that. Ooh, actually, another idea. No. That makes it look stupid. No. Cut it. Nope. Even just that? Nope. Alright, I tried. I tried to make it look a little less weird, but I think it looks okay as is. If I really wanted to try and make this look like it's attached or whatever, I would just fill out the circle, which I guess I technically could do to make a fat circle on the outside. Okay. Admittedly from the outside it would start to look a little less circular, but it would still be kind of cool, I think. Kind of more geometrically industrial, if that makes sense. Yeah, and from the top down it looks especially neat. Now is actually one of those moments where I feel like vertical slabs would do perfect. Ugh. This is just why are we why do we not have vertical slabs? We seriously need those things. Yes, it's more technical geometry that the Java version has very little power to be able to try and learn how to comprehend. But I feel like it would be perfect. Just, oh. We have stairs and normal slabs, but like vertical slabs would be perfect. Okay, Kayla, Hangover Cure Cancer Research Fund. Where does that come from? That also sounds like gibberish. If I'm frankly honest, that sounds almost like gibberish. Like Hangover Cure Cancer Research Fund, all in one phrase. Sure. Did I not even actually fill this out? No, I didn't. This again is quite dark. I'm still unsure about that. I want to have lighter colors. Lighter colors, specifically so that it better complements the actual colors. Do I want gray or light gray? And then the... No, I'll do white. Although doing the ceiling design that I've come up with is actually going to be probably my best bet, because honestly the ceiling design is quite nice. And of course, the sea lanterns on the bottom here no longer match up, but easily amended, right? Right. Yeah. You know what? I really like this. This is actually quite a nice corridor. Or corridor. And then from the outside, if I wanted to try and make it look more round, I don't have a hard time doing that. Just filling out the corners would make it look like a, you know, a complete cube or whatever, but, if I wanted to make it look squashed, admittedly, this might be the way to do it. This is actually totally gonna make it look really squashed, isn't it? Yeah, because the top is flat. Ooh. Maybe not then. Maybe not then. Although with this, I might be able to get away with the quartz stairs. Back to the quartz stairs. Let's see how interesting they look. Interesting and or weird. Color complementing this is a little bit Interesting. Admittedly, quartz and white concrete, while their colors are nice, they're just clashing enough that it's a little bit meh. And smooth quartz doesn't do this justice. What about... I passed the white terracotta. Ooh. No. No, 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 no. That is peach. That is peach. Oh, and I thought I had something good going. Well, the only other things that I can think of that really would do this. Nope, that's way too dark. Wool. Nope. No can do. Iron? No. That looks stupid. Snow. To blue. Chiseled quartz. Interesting. Quartz pillars. No. Again, I'm just trying to make this smoother. In bright light, these don't look that bad, but like from the side, no. And I'm thinking that maybe I'll just abandon that task. I want a round corridor design, but like I might not be able to get that. I might just wind up getting a square like this. And it's not bad. Honestly, a square corridor design is no problem to me. So like there's square, there's circular, and there are circular designs which I've found that work really nicely. That, I have no idea what I will even begin to do with that. Let's see. I'll go with that. Well, let's see. Birch, jungle. Birch feels really light. iron could do. I honestly need the debug stick. Give. Actually, hold on. Escape. Slash. Tab. Come on, up. There we go. Come on, I have it set to change power. Or I had it set to change powered. Ugh. Don't even think it would look that great anyway. Acacia. Why do I both love it and hate it? I'm gonna keep that. Jungle wasn't bad. I will admit, this actually kind of complements it quite nicely because of the shape and stuff. And the way that sea lanterns have that little sort of particle, or not particle, there's sort of texture effect where they sort of have that little glowy burst. It visually does not happen often. I don't think I'll catch it. Excuse me. I definitely think it looks better like this. Yeah. So if I'm going with this, this isn't awful. I'm thinking... Well, there's also the birch, which... I have a love-hate relationship with the birch. That looks so woody. Maybe it's just because I'm used to seeing Minecraft wood. This also looks very wood-like, but I don't know, I feel like color-wise it's nice. Might I even just be able to get away with having like a sort of hat on it? Or like a side panel? No, a hat. Might I be able to get away with just this? Not on most of these. This looks okay on the side, but like it looks weird like this. So, yeah, nope. I can get away with this just on top, I feel like. It looks a little weird, but it doesn't look as weird as these without the side. That is so weird. This looks weird no matter how I do it. So, like, no. No. Yes, it's a little bit darker in here now. It looks better with just the hat. I'm calling it a hat, just... Because is it better this way or this way? this way. All right. So if I do a short or like a narrow corridor, if I want to do it dark, this is the way to go. This is the only way I've decided to do a narrow corridor. Huh. If I want to do a sort of boxy-ish layout that's quite big, that is the way to do it. If I want to do super circular, that is an option, but I don't think I'll do that. If I want to just do boxy and small, this is the way to go. So, like, I have options for corridors. This would have to be in its own base. These two could be in the same base, and they wouldn't look all that weird. This... I have a love-hate relationship with this because, like, I really like the way it looks on the sides, but, like, this feels like patchwork. Ugh. No. Yeah. Sorry for wasting everybody's time trying to figure out lighting on this one. But hey, it was a make or break thing. Alright, so I think I've figured out what I'm gonna do for hallways. Actual room time. That looks kind of cool. I'm still debating, do I want to do super dark on this, or do just the cyan, or do I want to just eliminate that? No, I'm not going to eliminate it. Instead, I'm going to bring it out, maybe. I think that looks good. I think that looks good. I think I will do that. And then... I'm just sort of doing a waffle-ish layout. I'm primarily going to have a lot of square and or circular rooms. So I'm gonna make a really basic sort of square room template. Yeah. me not do it like that. I will figure this out at some point. I just want to figure out what sort of style am I going for. And I'll only do a corner. Oh, I knew this was too tall. Alrighty. Maybe I just set up a whole new lighting grid in these rooms. Okay. I think this would work. I mean, obviously it's super blocky, but that's no problem for me. Just so long as everything is all nice and lit up. Now, obviously, this is only a square room design. And it's entirely possible that I will be doing some circular rooms, too. So, why don't I try and figure one of those out? Oh, it's past 9. I just realized what time it was. Oh my god. Oh my god, the time flies. Ugh. Okay, you know what? Circular rooms would actually be a lot like this, honestly. Circular rooms would have to be more dome-like, but I think I've found what I want to do. It might get a lot samey, so I'll probably have to mix it up a little bit. We might have some really weird grids, but if I do my planning right, I will have something that works out really nicely, so hopefully I think to do a lot of planning. I want to make sure that I plan around stuff like my lighting and everything so that it works nicely, it has a good grid, everything is nice and well covered and thought out. So hopefully you enjoyed. Leave comments and suggestions for what you think could be done. Honestly, I am to the point of kind of a little bit of an impasse. Like, that would be difficult to link up to this, but I think this could be the interconnection area, or tunnel. Or maybe a travel tunnel or something. Ideas. They're all building. In addition, I didn't even do anything with that color palette, but the more I look at it, the more I don't like it. Alright, bye-bye. Alright, so, hopefully I am able to figure something out. I can always try and figure something more out in the future if I really need to. And if I want to do wood, I can do wood, because fuck it. Wood is nice, it looks pretty. And it's an abundant resource, so why not? Anyway, that'll do it. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more streams. I don't think they will as they will be nearly as creative focused as this one was. This one was kind of an oddity because I'm doing a lot of test building and I'm trying to figure out what looks good and what doesn't when I don't have all the resources, especially the Prismarine for the sea lanterns. Yeah. I will have to defeat a temple pretty much guaranteed. So, I should get on that sometime soon. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more streams of Minecraft. I would have done Factorio today. Normally today would be a Factorio day, as I alternate back and forth between Factorio and Minecraft. But today I opted to instead go with Minecraft because Factorio is being at a little bit of a hold up, I guess. Right now I just need to build a bunch of stuff, and it is kind of boring to just watch a bunch of people, bots place stuff for me constantly, I feel like. So, I'm not even designing any blueprints right now, I'm just working on copper, so that's fun. Yeah. So I thought with Minecraft I can at least do a little bit of actual design and stuff. So anyway, I will get rid of that. I keep saying a lot, and I've been doing it so inadvertently. I feel bad about myself. I did it again. I fucking did it again. Anyhoozle. Subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the little bell if you want notifications for when I go live or when I post videos. I need to actually post videos at some point. But anyway, I'll get to that. And on... Okay, so normally on Sundays, I go back and forth with Minecraft and Factorio. It might be a little bit, not back and forth, but like sporadic with Factorio, at least for a little while, because it tends to be that more people show up with Minecraft, 1, and 2, I tend to have more interesting progress reports, I guess, if I do a lot of stuff off camera, and then do the bigger stuff with Factorio. So that tends to be what I find is more entertaining for me personally, and I guess for an extent a lot of other people as well. Note that I'm just holding the control key. Yeah. Anyway, so I go back and forth with Minecraft and Factorio on Sundays, always at 6 p.m. US Central Time. Given I'm not delayed or something, that's usually how it goes. Then with Thursdays, I stream with my boyfriend at 7 p.m. US Central, 8 US Eastern. It's 7 Eastern on Sundays. So those are the time zones that you can try and work your way around. And the odd video might be posted to my channel. But it might not, like I haven't posted in way too long. Anyway, that'll do it. So thank you all so much for watching one last time. This is Guy Smith signing off. Until next time, take care. I'll see you guys. Bye!